Guest today, my boy Radukewl. Introduce yourself.
What is up, my guy? Thank you for having me on the video. You were in my trailer, so had to return the love.
Hell yeah. So we got a fellow Nintendo fan, and so what's better than Nintendo fans gonna do around this time of year? Hype for the freaking E3 that's coming up, and we already have so much hype already because we have Smash Bros. Announced, and so we're gonna kind of go over what we want, what we want to see, what's gonna be there, what we can expect, what it's gonna look like, stuff like that. So yeah, first off, let's kind of cover what there already is. So we have the Splatoon. The Nintendo put out a schedule, and I'll put it right on screen here, over the gameplay. Splatoon 2 World Championship. The opening rounds on June 11th. The video presentation will be on June 12th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So make sure you watch that. And watch everyone stream it, preferably me. Then there's gonna be the Nintendo Treehouse Live, where they'll be playing lots of the games that are just announced. Smash Bros. Oh, it starts with the recently announced Super Smash Bros. Game right after the presentation.
Oh, snap.
So that's gonna be awesome. I actually didn't notice that until reading it now. So that's pretty hype. And then we got the Super Smash Bros. Invitational, which starts right after the conclusion of the Splatoon World Championships Finals on June 12th. So that's actually awesome. Lots of the big Smash players, Zero and all that. Alright.
And I also personally just like how Nintendo's got like a full day to themselves, and they're saved for last. So it's kind of like E3 is just saving the best for last in a way.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. I'm just so hyped for that final day, man.
Oh, I think everybody is. Alright, so let's talk about what we can expect. That hasn't been directly announced, but we can expect it. Pokemon, a new Pokemon game.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There was that leak.
All those details.
Yeah, there's those leaks, and I'm not sure if they're real. I'll put those up on screen right now as well. But I'm not sure what the deal with them is, but they look interesting. And from what I've heard, it looks like some Kanto remakes, which would be awesome. Open world Kanto. I was talking about to a friend, and they were like, it would be amazing to have like basically Breath of the Wild, but like you run around.
Oh, with Pokemon.
Pokemon, it would be awesome. And then Metroid Prime, and what we got, that little title from last year, Metroid Prime 4.
Which all we got was just that little teaser trailer. So it'd be definitely cool if we get some more details or a gameplay video, or something to expand upon it.
Yeah, I'm not much of a Metroid fan, but I would definitely get into it, especially being on the Switch. Bayonetta 3, that was announced actually at the Game Awards last year, when they also announced the trailer, which was also just another teaser trailer, just like the Metroid one. So that'd be awesome to get some more.
I feel like that's going to be something that's 2019, since we just got the Bayonetta 1 and 2 on Switch.
Yeah.
But if they drop us with a surprise of like December Bayonetta 3, I mean, I'm all for that. I actually would have beat the other two, but I mean, I think that's definitely going to bring a lot of attention to, the Switch, bring some new people over. Bayonetta is a pretty big franchise.
Yeah, I'm actually yet to play Bayonetta since the demo on the Wii U. So, but the demo was pretty sweet, and I actually need to pick it up, which I will.
It's definitely a very unique game, so I'd say try it out.
Alright, and so let's go to the more, we don't know if this is coming, but let's talk about it anyways. Oh, also, I gotta bring up another one. I completely forgot about it, actually. Yoshi. We have some footage of Yoshi, but yet Kirby was released earlier and all that. They had two unnamed Kirby and Yoshi titles, right? But then Yoshi kind of just got swept under the rug, and we didn't hear anything about that. And then Kirby came out, so we gotta expect something. We gotta expect the release date for Kirby, Yoshi, sorry, unless they're doing some big game for it.
Yeah, does the game even have like a working title yet? Or
I think it's just being like called Yoshi Switch right now. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
I've seen I don't know if it was straight gameplay or just for the trailer, but it looks pretty cool. They're setting it up kind of like Star Allies. It's still that like side-scrolling. It's somewhat 2D, but like it's weird because you can go into the background and stuff. So another very unique, different kind of game that I'll be sure to check out.
And then a new Fire Emblem. I'm not a Fire Emblem fan myself, but I could always dip in if I have the money, and when it's out, I can always be glad to jump on the hype train for Fire
Yeah,
Emblem.
I feel that. It's another turn-based game, but I mean, Fire Emblem's a huge staple in the Nintendo franchise, you know?
And Nintendo's really trying to put it out there. All right, so let's talk
For
about
sure.
what we more want and what people have also been saying. So we got Starfox Grand Prix.
Oh, yeah.
Under development at Retro Studios, so we don't know much about this, but it would be cool to see. Apparently, it's supposed to be like a racing game or something like F-Zero.
Personally, I haven't played a Starfox game in recent memory, but to have another racing game on the Switch, I don't know how it would do to combat with Mario Kart and like Fast RMX, all the other ones.
Yeah.
But it's another thing that I would probably check out just because it's got the Starfox label on it.
And another thing lots of people have been talking about is Fortnite. Why would you not have Fortnite on the Switch? One of the biggest and hottest consoles and the biggest and hottest games. That's just the answer for money right there. Putting those two together.
It makes sense. I see it coming. The only thing is, I just don't know. Like, it's a free game, and I feel like Nintendo's not one to give its fans free stuff. So like, I just feel like it's going to be a little weird, but I see it coming to Switch for sure.
I can see the free download release and then a paid physical release.
Yeah, that's probably how it would go.
So I don't know how that's going to go down, but rumors that it's actually going to have its own mode exclusively for the Switch.
The Switch? Damn.
So
I have not heard about that.
I just heard rumors about that. I don't know if it's true. That'd be awesome though. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
People have been talking about a Zelda game, and Nintendo actually recently hired people to do to get design dungeons and stuff for Zelda. So that's up in the air. But the article,
like Mario Maker, I assume.
Yeah, the article right now I'm reading is Skyward Sword HD, which I don't know. It would work with the Joy-Cons. That'd be interesting to see. Honestly, Skyward Sword isn't that old. Don't make me feel old, Nintendo, Lord. But I would be fine. Zelda's Zelda. It's an amazing series. But I'd love to see a new Zelda game, or even just like a little peek like we had in 2014, which was the massive E3 we had 4 years ago. I feel like E3 is really good every 4 years, but who knows?
Oh, for sure.
Every 2 or 4 years. I feel like this is going to be a big one because 4 years ago it was all the hype up for Smash, like all the character announcements and all that, which is awesome. So I don't know what this one's going to look like, but I really hope it is hype filled as 2014 was.
For sure. I mean, after the success of Breath of the Wild, it's just a theory, but like, I could picture them going back to like the concept of older games and putting them in like a Breath of the Wild style.
I would love to see another open world.
Like, newer remake type things. That would be really cool.
Like a mix, sticking both of them, both formulas together. Still have a dungeon, none of these shrines. I didn't really like that as much. I love the dungeon, or like you actually have to go out and randomly run into a dungeon. That would be cool, kind of like Skyrim or something.
They did so well with that open world concept that I don't see them turning away from it. I think they're gonna try to go more that way in the future, but who knows? I may be wrong.
Rumored Doom 2. I don't know much about that, but
I do have it on Switch currently. I haven't gotten too big into it. To me, it's just another one of those multiplayer shooter games. But there are people that are really loyal to the Doom franchise, so it would still be good no matter what.
Yeah, and then Black Ops 4. I couldn't see that, but I'm pretty sure it's actually confirmed that it's not. But it's still in the air.
Switch.
But who knows? So yeah, and then we got some first-party franchises from Nintendo. I hope that would also make another appearance. And my number one, my favorite, my biggest, the one I want the most, Animal Crossing.
Yes. If you were going to tell me to pick one game that I want to Switch that hasn't been announced, it would be Animal Crossing. I love New Leaf. I just love the concept. I don't know, it's just targeted for kids, but then you got like teenagers, adults playing it. It's one of those games that I think could really make the Switch a lot of money. So I don't know why they're not working on Animal Crossing. or if they are, why they aren't teasing it or anything. Hopefully that is an E3 reveal. Aside from Pokemon, that's my number one want, man.
Like, honestly, Animal Crossing is like one of my favorite games out there.
For real.
I've spent so much time on Animal Crossing New Leaf. I have 2 copies of it.
Really?
It is honestly one of my favorite games. I've been playing it since it released, and I probably have over like 300 and 400 hours.
It's one of those games because it's not like it's going to get old on you unless real life comes in your way. It's always updating. New people come to your town, so they need an integration on the Switch, and it's definitely going to happen. If not this year, next year. And I don't know. We're just going to wait and see.
I would love to see the clean graphics because we saw the capabilities of something like, what was it, Amiibo Festival had on the Wii U, and that was such a waste of nice looking graphics. Honestly, that is a terrible game. I ended up getting it for $5, so hopefully that's never something we see with this new Animal Crossing. I really hope so.
A brand new main Animal Crossing game is what they need, and no spin-off. A little focus on Amiibos, please.
I want another series that it's kind of been dead and nobody's really heard from except for in the Super Smash Bros. Universe. There's actually 2 that I'd really like to talk about. One we'll touch on because the possibility of it is kind of very slim. And the first one is Earthbound, Mother.
I can see that. Personally, I don't think I've ever actually touched an Earthbound game. Don't yell at me. But I know of its popularity, and again, there's just another game that can bring so much more money to the Switch because you just need more AAA games. I don't know. I don't really have too much input on that, but I would be down to try it out if it came to Switch.
I recently got the chance to play Earthbound on the SNES Classic, and I fell in love with it instantly. It is probably already one of my top 10 games of all time. It's amazing. It's so quirky and weird. And Mother 3, which is basically Earthbound 2 or whatever, it's kind of confusing. It was only released in Japan on the Game Boy Advance. And the Game Boy Advance graphics are kind of outdated.
For sure.
Clearly. But I think we could get a remake. And the remake would be in 3D graphics. Kind of like a Pokemon game, which would be nice. It would be cool to see something like that. Like almost a reskin instead. But who knows? If it comes, I would like to see maybe a brand new game or something like that.
For sure. And I would definitely try it out.
Yeah, definitely. Another series I'd like to see picked up, again, just interested, would be F-Zero. Haven't heard much from that.
I mean, it's highly likely that you're going to see, like, Fox and all the F-Zero characters. Oh, wait, did I just say Fox? Oh, my God.
Captain Falcon.
Yes. I'm fairly certain that you're going to see Captain Falcon in Smash 5, but, F-Zero is another title alongside Starfox, that's what I was trying to say, that both are definitely going to be coming to Switch eventually, whether it's through Virtual Console, which is somewhat dead, or if it's, I don't know, integrations are coming to Nintendo Switch.
Yeah,
But he's gonna be in Smash 5. If you don't put Captain Falcon in Smash 5, something's wrong.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry, we just ran into some technical difficulty. I think we're all good, actually. Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
So that part might be cut out a little bit, but I'll make sure we can edit it or something. Third party we could see again. Definitely some Ace Attorney stuff like that. I feel like we don't really need to touch base on these. They are kind of into the side. Another series I'd really like to see make a comeback, because it had an amazing title on the 3DS, which I'd love to see it again. And I feel like it would just fit so much home at Switch, would be Kid Icarus. I'd love to see like a sequel to Kid Icarus Uprising or something. It was honestly an amazing game, which was so fun to play, and the story was just awesome. Honestly think it would just fit right home at the Switch.
It's a game that's so in-depth and, like, it belongs on the Switch just so it can get that attention. Same thing with Bayonetta, how Bayonetta was kind of held down by just being stuck on the Wii U, correct? So, like, I don't know, I feel like that's the same situation for Kid Icarus. It's got to have its moment on a mainline console, next-gen console, and I could definitely see that eventually. But it's kind of been out of the rumor mill, so probably not for a year or two, maybe even 2020.
Yeah, and it would actually be, though, of course, nothing really being heard or said about it, it would be honestly amazing if we got like a little peek at it this year, something to surprise us, because you know, Nintendo is honestly full of surprises.
That's for sure. We have no idea what's coming our way.
So, I'm super hyped to see what Nintendo brings for us. Honestly, what we have already, just Smash Bros. Is already enough. And I also think we could see more with the Labo.
I don't think they're done with the Labo just yet. They pushed it so heavily, and for it to just die out, I don't think so. They're probably going to come out with new models you can do, new things you can build.
Maybe some
Labo 2.0.
Yeah, maybe some Nintendo actually based Labo, like some Metroid, like you have Samus's arm cannon, something like that.
Yeah. That would be cool, and that would definitely be a high seller because it would actually bring people that thought Labo was stupid and actually want to, you know, build that gun that they played with their favorite characters, stuff like that. That's actually a really good idea. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, Nintendo has always been up for something like that. With like you can see stuff like that through the Donkey Kong barrels and all that.
Oh yeah.
Just they always wanted to do the peripherals like that, the zapper and stuff like that. Nintendo's always been for like, you know, kind of like feeling like you're in the game as well. So you know, be really cool to see something like that.
See them doing some more stuff with Labo.
I think we've covered everything. Honestly, if there is anything we left out, let us know in the comments down below. Let us know what you guys want to see if we didn't bring that up, or tell us your opinion on our video and all that. So thank you all so much for watching, and special thanks to my boy Radukewl for dropping in and doing this video with me.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was really fun discussing everything about E3, and it's only just heightened my hype. So,
so yet again, go check out Radukekwl's channel, end card and in the description below. And hopefully you enjoyed this video and you're super hyped for E3, and hopefully this made you even more hyped. Alright, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.